talking about. I'm going to be reading out that order that they are talking about. It is para 3.11 of the FDI policy that has gone through the consolidated FDI policy that has now been amended. Let me first go through advocate Mr. Mohit Gogia, who's now joining us on the phone line. Mr. Gogia, who's been a part of several mergers and acquisitions. He's one of the well-known lawyers and a partner of SNR Associates. Mr. Gogia, put this into perspective for us. How are we to look at China vis-a-vis India, and what are the implications of this for India?
Yeah, hi Rhythm. Thanks for having me on the show. It is a big move. It's something which is not, which wasn't expected. There are countries in the wake of COVID and how Chinese companies have been investing globally. Countries in other parts of the world are also taking similar action. We've seen European countries in particular have come up with some restrictions in the past few weeks or months, which are aimed at sort of controlling or taking, some sort of a view before investments from China or other countries come into their countries. So similarly, India has also taken a step. There was some headlines and some stories around Chinese investments into India last week or 10 days back when HDFC, like your viewers may know about, had a big investment from the Chinese public bank, which was about 1%, and it was reported publicly. And, as a move first, after that, we saw SEBI come up with some guidelines and asking the custodians to give details about beneficial ownership of foreign portfolio investors investing in the Indian market. This is the next step which has come after that. Now, what is key with this policy Rhythm is that this is an amendment to the FDI policy. So this sort of restricts or sort of gives government the right to approve investments coming from the 7 neighboring countries India has. It doesn't specifically mention China, but the intent seems to be very clear. What it does also is that it says that investments from companies or persons in China or where the beneficial owner of an investment into India is situated in or is a citizen of any such country, meaning China. So it's not only a direct investment, but it's the beneficial ownership of the investing company has links to China. Those will also be covered and will need prior government approval. So it is a major step, but it is something which
That's right.
is only an amendment in the FDI policy. The FPI route, which is available to SEBI registered entity, is still something which is not in this notice which has come from RBI, but it is something which SEBI and RBI put together sort of next come up with.
Okay.